Alright, let's get this going.
Okay, so welcome to Evolution Gaming's before and after review. This is Crisis Killer. I'm here today with EG DrivenDemon, and today we're going to talk about some of the reviews, news, and other
The rumors.
rumors, mostly about the 720, the new Xbox, whatever you want to call it. There's all sorts of names bouncing around.
Durango.
Durango or Infinity. That's possibly another name.
Yeah, I saw that one today.
Yeah, we'll get to that because it kind of relates to a game possibly coming out, and I think it might come with the game or something. I don't know. So we'll have to definitely talk about that. Some of the things we're gonna be talking about is obviously specs. We got the basic rumors you might normally hear about anything like this, consoles. You're gonna have the specs, what it can handle, what's gonna come with it, some of the software if there's anything changes on it. Obviously, the release date, as they portray, will be May 21st, Microsoft Tuesday, next Tuesday. So a week from tomorrow.
Not really Microsoft Tuesday, but it's a Tuesday.
Yes.
First Tuesday of the month is
usually
Microsoft Tuesday.
Patch Tuesdays, yeah.
Yeah.
So some of the things that obviously let's talk about some of the names. We do have some of the basic names that we've been seeing. Durango or Infinity. That's kind of the two main names. They haven't been saying much as to if they'll call it the 720, if that really was a code name. That really hasn't really taken off.
No, 720 was that's the code name that the general populace has given it.
Yeah. And they haven't
Microsoft hasn't mentioned anything about that.
They haven't decided that's going to be a permanent name or even use that name at all. A lot of things have been popping up. Those Project Durango, but usually when project names come out, that usually has nothing to do with the actual console name, because they can call it something just as a project code name, like a secret code names.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely have to see what they definitely bring to the table next week. There's obviously a lot of different designs and people's art of what they think it'll look like. Some are pretty funky looking. Some actually look pretty cool.
I found some pretty out there concept designs.
Yeah.
And there's one, I need to send you this picture so you can put it in here. It is really cool looking.
Are you talking about the one with like this kind of the green line down the middle? It looks like a little Wii box. It's black.
No, the one I'm talking about, it's silver and metal, and it's got like a big green blob right in the middle. And it's really cool looking.
Is that the one like the kind of oval shaped, football shaped?
Yeah.
I hope they don't do that one though. That just I mean, you can't.
I don't want them to do it, but it just looks cool.
It does look pretty cool, but with the concept of people's media centers or consoles, the way they want to be able to stack them, and they want to be able to tier them on shelves where they properly fit and look slimline and squarish like any other Blu-ray player or DVD player you have out there. PS3, the new PS3, the PS4 possibly is going to be a little more squarish and stackable instead of being round and whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully the new Xbox does not look like the one that I'll put the picture in here, but the one that I think it looks like an X-Files type thing. Yeah, it's
I think it looks cool. I don't want them to do it, but I think that would be a cool design for something like a really out there DVD player just to show off or something.
Yeah, definitely. And look at the way that thing is built. If that was possibly the way that would be built, I mean the hardware would have to be modified so I don't know, compact in that thing.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to fit it in there.
Things in computers are meant to be square, not round and oblong. You look at the specs of what they're trying to say. They're gonna be PC quality gaming, so they're gonna be putting some nice chipsets in that thing. I don't know exactly. They didn't really say which one they were using, but there was a few of them launched out there saying possibly what will be in it. Some are saying AMD chipsets or even possibly Intel.
I think they would do better with AMD. I just think AMD is a little bit better. You get the same bang for a cheaper buck, and it works It's really rugged. All the drivers are open source, so they can do whatever they want to lock it down or whatever.
Definitely to get rid of that dang dual core and to get something made like a quad or 8 core.
Yeah, I see one
8
here
8 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, I see. According to documents published on VG Leaks, console will support an 8-core 64-bit APU running at 1.6 gigahertz per core, 8 gigs of DDR3, and a super large hard drive for storage.
Now, hopefully they maybe go towards maybe solid state. Do you think? I prefer solid states because I mean I've had some issues in the past and all my machines have it. And I know solid states are a little expensive.
They're expensive. They're really, really good. It's just to try and keep the price down, I don't think they're going to go with solid states. Because if they put like a 250 gig solid state in it, that solid state drive's going to be $300 by itself.
It's about $1 a gig. Sometimes a little less. Depends on which brand they put in there. Most standard solid states will be
with an OCZ.
OCZ, maybe Corsair. They're probably actually the basic ones that most companies do go with though are Samsung. And Samsung or Lite-On. I hope they don't do Lite-On because they're just horrible. Samsung drives.
OCZ has its temperaments too, because I've had 3 OCZ drives go out on me on the solid states, and I don't know how well I want to buy those anymore.
Yeah, I have a Corsair at work. We use Samsung. Haven't had any problems with those.
Yeah.
We had some Lite-Ons for a while at work, and those were horrible. Hopefully they stay away from the generic cheap ones.
All the solid-state drives that we've been getting for our newer builds have been Intels, and they've been working out.
The Intel series ones are really nice. The M series or whatever they're called, or no 320 series.
I don't remember what
320 series.
I don't remember what series we have, but I know they're Intel solid states. They're 6 gig. It's just amazing how sturdy those things are.
Yeah. And I think those with aluminum casings on them or titanium, I think. Or were they?
Yeah, it's something pretty heavy duty.
Yeah, you can step on them; it doesn't hurt them.
Yeah.
Definitely, compared to the PS4, obviously they're gonna have to stay in the market with that with the hardware because the PS4 was a dedicated 8 gigs of memory with a I think it was a Radeon 7790 chip. That was possibly the video card that might be out there.
Really?
That was the rumored 720. Yeah, that's the rumored on the 720, the Xbox. We're just gonna call it Xbox 720 for this. It's just easier to say.
Yeah.
It's they're saying though it might not be as potent as a gaming rig as a PS4, but will still obviously bring the same tasks that a PS4 has. Yeah. Obviously the PS4 does have.
Would be awesome. The 3D feature would be awesome. I know Black Ops 2 has it. Yeah. It's the analytic 3D. It's not the real D awesome 3D that you actually have to have the glasses for.
The only problem with 3D, regardless of where it comes from, is the frames per second. You get that kind of that doubling blur, especially in movies now, except for like some newer ones were framed in like 50 frames per second. You have to get something 50 frames or higher in the for 3D because if you do 30 frames, it doesn't refresh fast enough to get rid of that. To move the 2 different sides together at the same time. You'll get that kind of a blur, a doubling blur, which kind of bugs me when I have a 3D TV. I do have a review on it in my channel. There is the 3D TV in my other room, and some 3D movies I can watch, it's fine. I tried playing Black Ops 2 out there, compared that to when I played it in the Best Buy store when I played on 3D. And it handled the same, about same size screen. It was like a 46 versus my 55. And it looked alright, but when I try to play the game, kind of the bigger the screen is, the kind of worse it gets. It kind of stretches that doubling out more.
Well, I'm looking at the Call of Duty Ghosts. It looks like they're planning on developing for the Xbox 360 and the next generation consoles.
Yeah. And definitely that'll probably be just like when the Xbox went to 360. There'll be a couple years where they'll make games for both to slowly get people to transfer. And eventually they'll just stop making 360 games, and you'll just have to ask mom or dad for a new Xbox at Christmas. It's kind of how it goes. They usually stop it like right at the end of the year, right when it's like holiday time.
Yeah, that or you can just wait till Black Friday.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Go in for that.
Well, I'm sure, just like they did the Xbox, it stopped like right near the end of the year, so it wasn't too much of a offset from holidays to wait to get the newest one, because like a few games were released right when the new console came out, or like when they stopped making the old one. I mean, so a lot of people got the new one anyways. Definitely. Now here's another rumor, but actually a guaranteed rumor: Blu-ray on the new 720. That is definitely a yes.
And something else that I saw, you do not have to be connected to the internet at all times.
That was also too. Those of you that saw the Twitter post from the guy, whatever the guy from Microsoft that started raging about it. He, I forget his name, but he started raging one day as to why they even need to do that, and he officially, I don't know if he got fired, if he just left. So there were some rumors that he got fired, some rumors that they just got let him go under good circumstances, but yeah, that's officially not true. There is no always on, always connected. You can be disconnected from Xbox Live and still play games and still earn gamer score points. They'll just be coded into the game when you make the achievement, and then it will just update your account when you next time you log in.
Something else I saw, they took out the thing where when you buy a new game and you put it in, it hard codes that game for that specific console. They took that out, so
that way
GameStop's not going to go out of business.
Yeah, obviously that'd be the stupidest idea. Because what if you ever want to go to your friend's house and play?
I know.
And you want, he doesn't want to buy the game yet.
What if you want he wants to borrow it for a couple days?
Or what if your console dies? Buys it. What if your console? I could see like if you just like they do with the other one, if you specifically download a game from the store, it subscribes it to your account. So then if you change Xboxes, you can then move your subscriptions to the new serial number, new Xbox. It'll show up on your live account.
Yeah.
You only can have one machine per downloads. You can transfer. That's what I did when I got the new a new 360. My other one, I got the newer Modern Warfare 3 one. I wanted the new slim
one.
Yeah. And
I've got the slim one too.
You had to transfer all the subscriptions. So I assume the same thing will happen with the 720. You'll be able to bring all your 360 stuff over. I would see why that stuff would not be compatible. It's going to be a backwards compatible console. It definitely will be the case here, just like they did from Xbox to 360. It's the same concept. I would assume that they would do that. They'd be kind of dumb not to.
What I'm looking forward to is better integration with my phone with the Smart Glass app.
Oh, so yeah, you have the Windows Phone as well?
No, I've actually got a Droid.
Okay, so I have a Windows Phone, the 920, and you have an Android. Yes, now we could probably do a review on this to compare this. We can probably do another video on this to compare this, because it works pretty decent with this until you do certain things like menus.
You can actually probably do more because yours is a Windows phone, and Microsoft and Google are not the best of friends. Yeah. So I am actually quite surprised they even developed anything for the Android. Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming they just figured out they were missing out on a huge demographic, so they just decided to put something out.
Yeah. Let's see. Now, price rumors. Now, have you seen any sort of price rumors? Some people have been saying it's going to be roughly the same as some of the other
I just saw one. Hold on, let me find it.
Some are saying like the $300 to $400 range, probably up front.
Yeah.
$299, as somebody says, which
Microsoft Blogger could be out as early as November for $500.
I hope they don't go that high.
I'm guessing it's probably going to be comparable to the Xbox 360, I mean, what I'm assuming is going to happen is the Xbox 360 price is going to start going down.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it starts getting closer and closer, they're just going to have more and more deals. And then once that goes, once the 720 or whatever they call it comes out, it's going to be right around what the Xbox was when it first came out, like probably around 300, 350.
Yeah.
Or you can most likely get the arcade edition like I have and just get an extra hard drive.
But if you look at the price,
for like $200.
If you look at the you get the arcade edition for $199 and you get a $100 hard drive, you already spent the same thing for the one with the hard drive, but got a smaller hard drive. So if you would have bought it with the hard drive, spent the other extra $100 up front, you would have gotten like the 320 or whatever, like mine has.
Yeah.
They're mentioning the $299 price, which I assume might be without hard drive. Maybe you can transfer your hard drive. Maybe.
What I did was I got the arcade edition and I had an 8 gig flash drive in it for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was poking around on the internet and I found a 250 gig hard drive for $30.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, get that. Yeah. So now I spent 220 some bucks.
Yeah.
For an Xbox, a Kinect, and a hard drive.
What I was able to do with my old 360, my white one, I bought that without a hard drive. It came with like I think I bought at the time was like a 20 gig, like a used one off like GameStop or something.
Yeah, that's the same.
And what I did is actually I went and bought a Western Digital 250 gig hard drive for like $80, or no, it was like $60. It was on sale. It got like it was like a cheap deal one day. And what I did is I hacked the partition on it so it would see it as an Xbox drive and installed the Xbox software, formatted as that. It was able to transfer from the 20 gig to the 250 gig. So I got 250 gig.
Yeah, I did something like that I did something like that too when I first got mine.
And that was easy in the 360. It was a simple software you could download that did it. I'm not gonna go into details about that, but
I didn't even have to download anything. I just hooked it up to my Xbox, and the Xbox did it for me.
Yeah, see, mine wouldn't do that. It wouldn't format mine. It didn't see it as an actual Xbox drive, so I had to hack the partition on it, copy the one little file from the other drive over to make it seem like it was a Xbox drive. But yeah, it does seem mentioning maybe $300, $400 range, probably with or without drives.
Yeah.
Now.
I'm seeing a rumor here too that Microsoft is going to integrate Skype into it, just like they did with the Internet Explorer or Explorer. Sorry.
Explorer is a good term. Just
that's
on top
what we
of
always
that,
call it, man.
Now, keep that in mind. Now, the Skype part. Xbox, or I shouldn't say Xbox. Microsoft is thinking about releasing a TV, just kind of like Google did, the smart TVs. Yeah. Now that's going to probably have the integrated Kinect sensor into it, so you can do the hand motions and do the Skype calls from that or your Xbox. Now on top of that,
did you see that that Samsung TV that does that?
The smart TVs, yeah. It's the same concept.
Yeah, I about crap my pants when I first saw that, dude. I was like, holy crap.
My LG has the smart apps, but doesn't have the sensor.
Yeah, my Vizio says it's a smart TV, but I don't know what is smart about it because it doesn't.
It does volume and channels.
It's a little smarter than that, but I mean it doesn't do as much as some of the other smart TVs that I've seen out there.
Well, okay. Now keep that in mind with the TV, Skype. Now, supposedly rumors that they're apparently for the console market, not get away from the console part and go with the Xbox Mini. Now this can be like Apple TV type of device, a small little end-top box.
Yeah, it's a little set-top box about the size of
similar to Apple TV,
a Hauppauge PVR.
Yep. And that's supposed to be able to stream 360 games from the cloud as well. So if you had like,
so yeah, no, it's like the what are those stupid little set-top boxes? Roku's, yes. Yeah. It's like a little Roku that you can play console games on.
Like a simple Angry Birds
that would actually
or
be
something,
pretty cool.
You wouldn't be able to play full-fledged like Call of Duty, but you can play simple arcade games. Maybe it's something that would integrate with the Kinect sensor from your TV, or if you had the Kinect sensor from that connected.
Do you remember a while back, like a few years ago, Dish had like games on like channel like 100 or something like that, and you can go to Dish Games.
And you can use a little remote
maybe something like that. Something you use the controller to play like Bejeweled and stuff.
Yeah, or it was simple, like you could play like trivia games with your family, like a kind of Family Feud type thing.
Yeah, there was actually some pretty fun games on there.
Yeah. One last thing I guess to kind of go over. Now the controller, people are saying a second version of the Kinect will come out. Obviously, they're going to adapt more hand motions with games, possibly. Yeah. We still get the good old controller pad, but they're trying to make things a little more non-button formatted. So,
yeah,
there is really nothing specifically named or pointed about that so much. They really haven't made any sort of images or anything either. But there has been a few rumors about motion detection as being a primary option.
I want it to stick like this because the smaller. I love how this controller feels.
It would be nice though on that. Like, if there was some sort, the new PS4 possibly might have a little screen in the middle.
I'm looking at a concept picture of that. I don't know how that would work because it would end up being like the Wii U. I mean, I haven't played much of it yet, but it doesn't.
Okay, so here's your basic controller. Obviously, the D-pad on these new controllers, you can turn this to make this kind of flat. The D-pad, or you can make them raised. I don't know if yours does that. You can turn these.
No, mine's just a regular. Mine's older.
I do have some older ones. I would like to integrate the battery pack inside more, make this flatter. Maybe more of a lithium-ion pack as well. That'd be one thing nice.
That would be awesome.
So that way they last longer. The flow of the triggers, I like the ones I wish you had a little more. The back of the plastic behind it was a little more open, so you can swing it down further if you need to. And maybe allows, or make them so they don't go in all the way. Make them more buttons, kind of like the PS.
Have you seen the Call of Duty controller that has the buttons on the bottom?
Oh yeah, the little clicker things right here, the special configurable controller.
Like the little configurable buttons, like you can set for your middle finger or your ring finger. Or whatever.
It was able to let you maybe knife without moving your thumb from the joystick. It was able to move your joystick and then knife at the same time, sort of concept.
Yeah.
Without actually moving your thumb.
Well, depending on how you have your stick layout or your button layout.
And another thing is too, this port right here sucks. They need to change this port.
I mean, look
at Apple and look at PlayStation. Look at Apple. They got all these stupid nice.
No, one thing I will give Apple now, that little lightning adapter is awesome.
It is awesome, but you know what? It forced everybody to buy new things. New adapters, new iHome things, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. What's really funny about that is too the cable, you could buy the cable for like $15.
Yep.
With the lightning adapter.
The charger was another $15. The little
the 30-pin to lightning adapter, or the 30-pin to the new style, was $30 for a little
adapter,
little tiny adapter thing to go from the old style to the new style.
But you can buy the new cable part for $15.
Yeah, when you can just go buy a new cable for like $15-$20.
So probably when that first came out, though, there's probably some third-party people that were like, okay, let's make an adapter quick, make a quick buck, because the cables probably weren't ready.
No.
This or that.
No, that was... No, it's from Apple.
Apple makes that?
Yeah, Apple makes the adapter, and it's like $10-15 more than their cord, the USB cable.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. We'll have to wait and see then, a little over a week from now, what Microsoft has to bring for the new console.
Yeah, I hope it. I really hope it lives up to all the hype that I've been seeing.
What I didn't I also like to see more USB ports, maybe 3.0 for better charging. Like I said, lithium battery packs on the controller would be nice, make them lighter. What I'd like to see too, I want to see somebody reverse the controller, flip everything backwards, so buttons are on the opposite side. So what if you're primarily more left-handed? You know?
No. I saw something like that. The Ben Heck show on Element 14.
Yeah. He did the two controllers.
He modded a controller.
Well, I like the one where
I think he flipped it too.
No, he just took a controller and cut it, and he had it so that there was the ribbon cables that did everything between, and so that you could sit there and have your arms apart instead of being like this. Yeah, you could sit like this in game. Yeah. You're like, yeah, man. But yeah, definitely.
I want the. There's something I wanted. I was gonna say.
Oh.
It had to. It wasn't color the USB options. Ports. It was
more color options. Make
it
red,
white,
like black, blue.
I like the black.
Instead of stick-on skins, make it an option up front. If you want to order a different case without voiding the warranty, snap-on case parts to change colors.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be kind of a nice thing. And the tray, make it like the PS4 tray or the PS3, PS4 tray. I don't want an actual tray coming out. I want to be able to feed it in.
Oh, where you just feed the disc in, like a lot of laptops do nowadays. Yeah.
Or make it a lightweight laptop type tray. You know, it's just a small, thin tray. We don't need it's almost an inch tall. I mean, it's about this thick.
Well, what it is, it's just a regular DVD ROM tray.
Yeah, but we can thin the Xbox a little bit by getting rid of that. Obviously, with the new Blu-ray.
Yeah. Player. that generates a lot of heat too.
Yeah. So definitely, if you can.
If they slim down that tray, because the way the Xbox is it spins that DVD at an ungodly speed.
Also, if they can make a console, obviously if they go to these new gaming rig type consoles, I like to see the availability to play on 2 screens. So if you have a friend over playing, hook up 2 screens to one console, and you each can have your own screen.
That would be amazing. Especially playing like Minecraft on the Xbox or
any sort
of
like
split screening Call of Duty.
Yeah. You know, maybe I would have a max res of each of 720 instead of 1080 each, but just something where
no, 1080 each, man.
Not on Minecraft.
Man. Oh. You know how long I was playing on an old school like CRT TV? Then nice. I got an HD TV for free.
And you're like, you can see?
Like, it's just I was like, oh my god, this is what regular people play?
It's like
this is what other people see? I'm like,
I used to
I can actually read.
Sometimes I didn't want to bring my TV to a friend's house. I'd go to a friend's house, and he had this old CRT type TV next to his new flat screen. So of course I had to play on the crappy screen. We're talking like a nice 26-inch flat screen Sony, high tech at the time. You try to scope in on something that's like over 20 feet away, and that game looks like a blur. So I didn't know what the hell I was shooting at half the time. So I'm sitting there like just running around spraying and praying, always dying at his place. It sucked. Yeah, never playing a CRT. You're horrible. Depth perception on those was horrible.
Yeah, I played on one of those for so long, and then I ended up getting a little 26-inch LCD HD TV, and I hooked my Xbox up to it, and I'm like, this is amazing. I can't believe I played on that TV for so long and actually did as well as I did.
Yeah.
It's like going from black and white to color.
Definitely. Well, yeah, that pretty much wraps up that. that's pretty much it for this week. We'll have to wait till next week and see what they actually official release, and then tune back in for then. Probably that day sometime we'll have another podcast just kind of talking about what we did here, and we'll release that information to you. Obviously, those of you that might be working might miss that, so tune back in with us next week, and we'll release all the info to you.
Yeah, so we'll be coming back at you, man.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later then.
Yeah. Peace out.
Peace.